Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be sharing a flip through of two dot picks books that I have been sent by the lovely Karl. So I just want to say to Karl, thank you so much for reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity to share your books on the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure that there's many viewers who will enjoy these. Okay, so I have been sent two dot picks books. One is cats, one is dogs. So let's flip through the cat's book first. Just get that out of the glare. There you go. Okay, so these books are square format, which is a really nice size. They're really portable, which is great. So if you want to take something like this with you when you're out running errands and whatnot, it's really handy to fit in your bag. So we've got this lovely glossy cover, and then it does let us know here on the front that we have 20 pictures in the book with more available for free. And then we have the back cover there, and then we have their social media information there for Facebook, so it's at @pixbooks. I will include that in the video description for you, as well as links to purchase these books. But before we get started, just a side note that I'm not an Amazon affiliate, but I will just put the links there for you to help you find these books if it's something you're interested in. So if we open up the book, and then we have our title page. Here we have our copyright information there and an ISBN number, first published in 2021. And then we have a little welcome page there. And then on the next page, we get useful tips on how to colour these pages. So it says here, use a fine non-bleed marker if possible. So fine liners would be great for these books. Test your dot pen in an inconspicuous area before use. Place a dividing sheet underneath your dot page to protect the picture below. If you do not need to refer to the finished picture, sorry, I apologise. If you do need to refer to the finished picture, these are presented at the back of the book, and most important of all is to have fun and enjoy dotting. Now, I know that there are many of you who watch my channel and also fellow YouTubers as well, who really enjoy the dots, lines, spirals colouring books. So if you haven't seen these already, this might be something you are interested in, especially if you're an animal lover. Okay, and then we move into our pages. So what you will notice is that on the reverse of each page, we have the black background with a dark grey paw print, which I think is really, really cute. I love that. And then we have here a quote at the bottom of each, sort of the reverse of each page on the black background. Just at the bottom we have a quote. So for example, this one says, a cat has absolute emotional honesty. Human beings, for one reason or another, may hide their feelings, but a cat does not. And that is a quote by Ernest Hemingway. So I think it's really, really lovely to have these on the reverse of the pages. I just think that's a real nice touch. Now I am going to zoom in, and I'm going to try and just pull the light over a little bit. We'll see how that goes. So let me try and zoom you in, because these pages are very detailed. Whoops. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okie dokie. So, as it said in the beginning, and of course the title of the book is a bit of a giveaway, these are to be coloured with dots. So if I hold this up to the screen, look how detailed this is. Now some of the dots here are so teeny tiny that you wouldn't even need to dot them with a fine liner, I don't think. But I must admit, when I looked through these books, I was quite confused about these big areas here, and I was like, well, what? How do we do that? Now it does let us know here in the front that these are the, you know, the big sort of areas that we colour in. So just to sort of bear that in mind if you're not sure. So I do think if you have a visual impairment, I don't think these are going to be the books for you. However, if you are able to use, do you know, like those lamps and they've got the magnifying glasses? So maybe something like that might help. My vision is okay. I haven't been for an eye test for like the longest time, but anyhow, yeah, I think there's some areas of this that I would really need to sort of get close to the book. I mean, these tiny little dots. I think these, even with like a fine liner, it would just be like one little dot, because that is how small some of these areas are. So it's just something to be mindful of. But I know that many of you find these kinds of books really relaxing. So with some of these pages, it's easy to actually, if I'm looking through the camera, you can kind of see, you know, what the cat will look like versus sort of what if I just look at the page, I don't know, it seems clearer through the camera. I don't know. But yeah, I think these are going to be a lot of fun to colour. I do think on the bigger dots, gel pens would be okay, but it's these tiny little dots. So I do think this is kind of like maybe like a restricted to fine liners kind of book. Love this one, so cute. So as you can see, these are printed single-sided, which is lovely. Now normally I do say if you want to use alcohol markers, it's great because they're single-sided and all that good stuff. But because a lot of these dots are so small, I wouldn't recommend alcohol markers for these. I just think because some of the areas have got such tiny little bits to kind of colour around, I just think that alcohol markers would struggle, because of course, you know, we add them to paper and they do sort of, the ink has the tendency to sort of spread out. So yeah, I would kind of just stick to fine liners for something like this. But needless to say, you know, the images look really cute. I will show you what the completed pages are supposed to look like in the back. I'll give you a quick sneak peek. This is lovely. I'm going to do this one in turquoise, I think. That would look really cute. And you can see that these are all kind of, you know, framed, which is really nice. So they don't run into the spine of the book. So that's not something you're going to be battling with, which is great. They are printed on Amazon paper, so again, just something to be mindful of. And like I said, I just think these quotes here on the reverse of each page, I just think that's such a nice touch. There are a few that I'm kind of thinking I wouldn't actually mind writing them out on, you know, on like maybe like a little postcard sort of size thing. Just sort of write them nicely and dot them around the house. Okay, so here on the back we have our sneak peek page. So this is what our fabulous felines are supposed to look like. Look at them. Are they not gorgeous? Oh, I love them. I love them so much. So there we go. And then we are encouraged to leave a review on Amazon if you've enjoyed the book. Again, you can find them on Facebook at @pixbooks. And then it says here you can get a free bonus cat and dog pic. Send a direct message to the Facebook page, and then you can receive your free downloadable PDF. It says, or alternatively, contact .pixbooks@gmail.com. So I will put the Facebook and email address for .pix in the video description, along with the Amazon links to purchase. And then you've got a page here at the back. You can test out your colours or your fine liners. So that's .pix cats. And now we have .pix dogs. So it is set out exactly the same as the cats, the same format. Again, we have our copyright information here, ISBN number, introduction. So again, the same information that we have at the start of the cats books. And then we get into our pages. And again, we have the quotes here. So this first quote says, "The world would be a nicer place if everyone had the ability to love as unconditionally as a dog." And that is a quote by M.K. Clinton. So again, I just think having the quotes there is really, really lovely touch. I find that just so nice, just to be able to have a look through the book and read those quotes. Really, really, really lovely. So I think these would look great in, you know, beautiful, beautiful colours. You don't just have to do them black, you know, go wild. You could even maybe get a pencil, put in like maybe a few lines to sort of guide you, and then maybe do like strips of different colours. You could do like a rainbow effect. That might look quite cool. So yeah, I think you can have a lot of fun with these books. But as I mentioned before, my lovelies, I think if you suffer from a visual impairment, this may be a little bit of a struggle for you. But I just think these are a lot of fun. They're really, really lovely. I think even though I really like the books, it's not so much a negative, it's just sort of in my opinion, I just think some of these dots, because they're literally just like a dot, so you don't even have to colour them in. So some of them, like this page for example, I don't know if you can really see that. I'm so sorry, the lighting is terrible. But the dots are so small, and it's almost kind of like, maybe if the book was like an A4 size, then some of these could be bigger, you know? Not such fine detail. But I don't think it would affect enjoyment of the book. It's just, you know, like I said, it's just kind of like a side note, you know, something that, you know, I just feel as the person sharing the book and reviewing it, it's really important for me when I review and share products. I just think it's so important to give my honest opinion. And like I said, I love the books. I think they're great. I like the size. I think I would like some of these dots to be bigger, to be more you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Just easier to see, you know, more visible, instead of having these teeny tiny little dots. Lovely. Oh, puppy. Yeah, again, these are just going to look so cute when I'm coloured. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a lovely quote. A dog is the only thing on earth that loves you more than he loves himself. Josh Billings. Oh. Cute. Yeah, I think if you're an animal lover and you enjoy the dot pictures, then, you know, this would be great for you. And then again, as we had on the cat's book, we have a sneak peek page here at the back with our gorgeous canines there. Look at them. Oh, so gorgeous. He looks like one of my mum's old dogs, Kane. Looks very much like him. The German Shepherd that she has now, Mia, she's 9, but she's long haired. And then again, we have the same information here. Facebook at dotpicsbooks, and then dotpicsbooks@gmail.com. And then again, a blank page here at the back for testing your markers and colours. So there you go, my lovelies. That was a flip through of Dot Pics dogs and Dot Pics cats. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and again, a great big thank you to Karl for sending me these books to share on my channel. I really, really appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.